Have you ever felt that feeling that something important is about to be revealed? As if God were trying to tell you something that you haven't been able to grasp yet? Today, your guardian angel has a message that you need to hear. The person who is dominating your thoughts, the one who entered your life like a hurricane, is going through a transformation that is directly linked to you. Perhaps you have noticed this change, that unexpected distance, after such an intense connection. This was not by chance. He is dealing with feelings that leave him confused, that challenge all the logic he knows. But there is something deep in this connection, something that goes beyond what you or he can understand right now. Stay with me and subscribe to the channel, because what comes next could completely change the way you see this relationship. For some unexpected reason, a sudden change has occurred in your connection with this person. He stopped without warning, and now he is determined to find out what really happened. There is something in you that fascinates him deeply, something that he has not fully comprehended yet. This doubt consumes him, causing him to intensely rethink the relationship between you. He asks himself intense, profound questions, which stir his inner self and bring powerful insights about the connection you share. If you have a strong bond with this person, you may be picking up signs, coincidences, or even synchronicities that are intrinsically linked to this process. These signs can manifest in various ways: unexpected physical sensations, emotions that arise out of nowhere, or intense changes in your energy, as if it were out of control at times. All of this may be a reflection of what is happening with him, indicating that he is in a profound process of understanding and discovery in relation to you. He is seeking answers, and this search may be echoing in your own energy, creating a cycle of emotions and sensations that, no matter how confusing it may seem, is an essential part of the process of connection and mutual understanding. What you feel may not be just yours. It may be a reverberation of what he is experiencing, a kind of energetic mirror that reflects the intensity of this connection. And now, at this exact moment, while he tries to piece together this puzzle, you also feel the impact of this search. There is an exchange, a connection that goes beyond words and gestures, something that deeply moves both of you, as if you were treading the same path, although at different rhythms. This person is immersed in an intense curiosity about the connection you share, but this curiosity is not superficial. It goes beyond, reaching a level of depth that perhaps not even he expected. Recently, something happened in his life, something that made him stop and reflect, almost as if he were on a journey of self-discovery and exploration of his own essence. In this process, he began to compare what he feels for you with other past experiences, and what surprises him the most is how much the relationship between you stands out so clearly, so evidently. In some way, this connection you have is unlike anything he has ever experienced. There is a singularity in this relationship that makes him realize how special it is, something he has never found in other relationships. What really catches his attention is how you show up in his life, especially in emotional and mental terms. He is realizing that your way of dealing with emotions, the way you express yourself, how you feel and connect, is profoundly different from anything he has ever lived. This makes him feel that this connection is unique, incomparable. There is a depth in your interactions that touches on something he may not have even known he was looking for, but now realizes is exactly what he needed. He feels that this connection goes beyond the ordinary, reaching areas of his soul that have never been accessed before. With you, he feels he can be completely understood, seen, and accepted in his entirety. This perception brings a level of comfort and security that he hasn't found in other connections, making him believe that what you both have is truly special, something worth exploring and nurturing. This perception is creating in him a deep desire to see where this connection can take you both. He feels that what you share is rare and incredibly meaningful, sparking an even greater curiosity and a willingness to open up to what the future may hold for the two of you. He is on an intense, almost obsessive search for information that seems to be of extreme importance to him. It's not just a passing curiosity, but something that carries significant weight and is deeply connected to the path your relationship has been following. The need to get these answers did not come out of nowhere. It's something he has been feeling for a long time, but has intensified at this specific moment in your connection. Now, this search has become crucial, almost as if it were a matter of resolving something essential for him to move forward. He is deeply interested in understanding your energy, in unraveling who you are at your core. And it's not a simple surface curiosity, it's much deeper. He wants to understand the meaning of this connection you share, but in a higher, perhaps even spiritual way. There is a genuine desire to see beyond what is visible, to access deeper layers of your being. There is something about you that attracts him in a magnetic way, something he has never experienced before. It is a force that makes him reflect and question himself, something almost inexplicable. Perhaps you have a natural ability to attract things to you, a quality that may be present in a subtle way, without you being fully aware of it. But it is precisely this characteristic, this intangible aspect of your personality, that captivates him and awakens in him such intense interest. He feels that there is something about you that is not easily perceived at first sight, something that hides behind what is visible. And this is deeply intriguing him, almost awestruck. The mystery you carry, this unique aura that surrounds you, is what makes him want to know more, to understand more. He is fascinated by this aspect of you that does not reveal itself immediately, and this leaves him with an almost urgent need to unravel what lies behind this layer, to understand who you really are at your core. His curiosity is not only about what you show, but about what you don't show, about what is beyond what is obvious. He wants to delve deep, explore all facets of your personality, understand what makes you who you are. And perhaps by getting these answers, he can finally understand what this connection means to him and to both of you. He finds himself constantly immersed in thoughts about you, trying to understand what makes this bond so powerful and captivating. It is as if there were an invisible magnet that draws him to you, something that goes beyond simple physical attraction or admiration. There is a deeper connection, something he cannot fully explain, but feels in every beat of his heart. It is almost as if there were a greater force, something spiritual, leading him to see you in a unique way, unlike anything he has ever experienced. This connection, which at first seemed like a surprise, now makes him reflect deeply. Why does he feel this intense attraction? Why, among so many possibilities, did you become the center of your thoughts? Each moment he finds himself thinking about you, a whirlwind of questions arises. What does this mean? Why did this connection arise so suddenly and overwhelmingly? He can't simply ignore these feelings, because they are strong, palpable, almost tangible. Even though there is a bit of confusion and surprise, something inside him knows that this is not a coincidence. There is a certainty, albeit subtle, that this connection has a purpose, something that goes beyond the ordinary. He feels that this bond is part of something greater, something that God wants him to understand. And this sensation of being in front of something significant awakens in him an immense curiosity. He wants to explore this, to discover what is behind this magnetism that pulls him towards you with such force. Every thought about you comes loaded with a sense of mystery, as if there is something he has not yet fully unraveled. But this uncertainty does not push him away. On the contrary, it invites him to delve deeper, to seek answers, to understand what this connection truly means. He is open, with a receptive heart and a mind ready to explore all that this bond has to offer, knowing that there is much more to be discovered. And as he navigates through these intense and complex feelings, one thing is clear: he will not stop until he understands what all this really means, and what you represent in his life. You are going through a moment of uncertainty, a roller coaster of emotions that leaves your mind racing. It's as if there is a change in the air, a sensation that you cannot fully describe, but that is there, surrounding you. You observe this man attentively, trying to grasp every detail, every expression, wanting to understand what is happening inside him. And at the same time, this man is watching you with the same intensity, but in a slightly different way, almost as if he were seeing everything from a deeper, almost spiritual perspective. What you may not have realized yet is that this person is starting to feel something very strong for you. He is realizing that you are not just another person in his life, but someone special, someone he is starting to see as true love. This is not just an assumption, it is a truth that is becoming clear to him. This man is truly in love with you. The connection he feels is so powerful that it leads him to question what is happening, to reflect on the meaning of the bond you are building. And it is totally understandable that you are also seeking answers, wanting to know if what he feels is real. The answer is yes. He is feeling all of this for you, and that is why he is trying to understand better what this relationship means. The love he feels is so sincere that it makes him think, reassess, and even compare it to other experiences from the past, trying to understand if what he is experiencing now is truly as deep as it seems. This may seem trivial or even somewhat naive, but it is his way of validating and understanding the intensity of the feelings he is experiencing. If you notice that he is acting in a different way, perhaps more careful or even a little hesitant, that is a direct reflection of what is happening in his heart. This behavior is not common for him, it is not the way he normally acts. But what he feels for you is so intense, so different from anything he has ever experienced, that it makes him think twice before making any move. This is the greatest proof that his feelings are real and deep, something out of the ordinary, something extraordinary that he cannot ignore. This is a person who typically maintains serenity and self-confidence in all situations, especially in business and everyday life. He deals with everything very practically and with a clear mind, making firm choices, without hesitation. But then, you enter his life and change everything. It's as if you have the power to throw this man off balance, awakening feelings in him that he is not used to feeling. Suddenly, the one who is always in control finds himself in a whirlwind of emotions that seem impossible to control. He tries with all his strength to maintain composure when he is close to you, but it is difficult. It's as if your presence has the power to break down all the barriers he has built over time. He knows what's happening, he is completely aware of how you make him feel, and curiously, he not only accepts it, but also deeply values it. The impact you have on him is something he cherishes, something he recognizes as rare and precious. And most impressive is that he had noticed you even before you knew who he was. Somehow, he felt your presence, your energy, almost like an intuition. This happened long before any contact between you. It's as if you have a natural magnetism that attracted him, without needing to exchange a single word. This connection you have is something that goes far beyond the common. It is something that touches the soul, that stirs the heart in a deep way. These intense emotions made him rethink many things in his life. After all, he had never experienced anything like this before. What you both have is rare, it is a love that transcends the ordinary, and that's why he values every second. He finds himself reflecting on the meaning of all this, because he knows that this connection is special, something that is not found every day. It is an experience that has changed the way he sees the world, and he feels deeply grateful for it. The way he sees life has completely changed since you entered it. He not only admires you but feels a deep respect and gratitude for the transformation you brought to his life. It's a connection he never imagined finding, and now that he has found it, he cherishes it as the most precious treasure he has ever had. And deep down, he knows that this connection is unique, that it is something that goes far beyond what words could express. It is something that simply is, something that transforms, something he never wants to lose. You are going through a moment of emotional and mental turmoil, and this is not by chance. There is something profound happening, something you can no longer ignore. The coincidences and synchronicities that could previously go unnoticed are now becoming more and more present in your life. They are not just isolated events or repeated numbers here and there. They are signs that seem to have a direct connection with you, almost as if God were trying to whisper something in your ear, trying to guide you in a direction that you still don't fully understand. These experiences are leading you to a breaking point with your old way of seeing the world. Before, you were guided by logic, by reason, and everything had to make clear and practical sense. But now, this approach is being challenged in a way you never imagined. The practicality that served you so well in the past now seems insufficient to deal with the avalanche of feelings and thoughts surrounding you. What once seemed impossible to question is now being doubted with every new synchronicity that arises on your path. You start to realize that perhaps these coincidences are not as random as they seem. They carry a weight, a meaning that goes beyond what the rational mind can comprehend. This makes you look within, seek answers that are not in books or practical advice, but in your own intuition, in your heart. It is as if something inside you knows that these experiences have a higher purpose, a reason for why they are happening now, and that drives you to want to understand more, to want to explore more. In this process, you begin to realize that God is trying to show you something, perhaps a new way to see love, spirituality, life itself. What was once simple, predictable, and logical is now shrouded in mystery, but not a mystery that causes fear, but one that awakens curiosity, the desire to delve deeper, to discover more about this connection you feel so strongly. You feel like you are being led to a new level of understanding, where emotions and spirituality take on an importance you never gave before. The feeling is that there is something greater guiding your steps, something beyond common explanations, and this leads you on a new journey, a journey that is not just about understanding what is happening around you, but also about understanding what is happening within you. This journey is not easy, but it is transformative. It challenges you to step out of your comfort zone, to open your mind and heart to new possibilities, to new ways of seeing the world. And most importantly, it invites you to explore this connection you feel in a deeper way, to understand that perhaps all of this is happening to lead you to a place of greater connection, not only with God, but also with yourself. You are being called to dive deep into your soul and discover the true purpose of this phase you are going through, a phase that may well be the most important of your life. You are playing such an important role in this man's life that you may not even realize how profound your influence is. He is starting to open his eyes to something that goes beyond the ordinary, something that involves not only feelings but also spirit. And believe, this is not just anything, it is something great, something that makes his soul vibrate in a way he has never felt before. What is happening between you two is not just a coincidence. It's as if God is weaving an invisible thread that connects you in a way that transcends common understanding. And this person, even though he may not have fully understood yet, is becoming more and more aware of this connection. He is noticing the coincidences, the synchronicities, and those little things that, when put together, make him think that there is something greater at play. He feels a confusion, yes, but this confusion is not a bad thing. In fact, it is what is driving him to seek answers within himself. This internal search is so intense that, at this moment, it has become the center of his life. And he is determined to understand everything that is happening between you two, even if it means facing fears, doubts, and obstacles. Because deep down, he knows that this connection is not just emotional, it is something that deeply touches the soul, something that makes the heart beat stronger, and that somehow is connected to a higher purpose. And the feeling he has for you? It is more than just love. It is a passion that comes with an unshakable desire to understand this energy that seems to envelop you whenever you are together. He wants to unravel the mysteries of this connection, understand every detail, every sign that God sends. Because, for him, this is not something that can be ignored. It is a necessity, a curiosity that drives him and that he cannot help but follow. Perhaps now is the time to let things flow naturally. There is no need to rush. Allow each moment between you two to unfold at its own pace, because it is in this tranquility that the greatest revelations happen. You two are on a journey that is unique, and this journey has the potential to lead you to a level of understanding and love that few people have the chance to achieve. This is an opportunity for both to grow, for both to awaken to a new way of seeing the world and connecting with it. And the most beautiful thing of all is that you are doing this together, hand in hand, towards something that can only be described as divine.